This is a relaxation for menopause. Today we'll be spending this time together finding some comfort and connection with our bodies. So before we begin, we're just going to gather together things that will make us feel comfortable. So if you're having any kind of temperature fluctuations, you might want to dress more coolly and have a blanket nearby. Or you might want to have a couple of ice packs or a fan at your fingertips. And having a couple of pillows and cushions will come to laying down. So whether that be on the floor or on a bed. And seeing how it feels to stretch out your legs and then rebend your knees. And see which way you like better. And if you prefer your knees being bent, take one or two of those cushions and just put them behind your thighs. So your knees are slightly elevated and your legs are totally relaxed over the cushions. And then place a pillow behind your head and take it away and see which one you like best. Gently closing your eyes and taking a nice breath in, maybe the biggest breath that you've taken all day. And then opening your mouth and letting that air out. Taking another one of those. Big breath in, feeling that expanse, and then letting it go. One more of these. Inhaling. And exhaling. Take your hands together and just starting to give them a rub. Noticing if your hands are already quite warm or if they're a little cool. And if they're cool, then you might want to rub your hands together a little bit faster, a little bit more vigorously. And if they're already quite warm, you might slowly slide them up and down against each other and imagining that heat rising through your palms, through all of your fingers and your thumbs. So now your hands really have some lovely warmth to them. Then take your hands and place them over your eyes. So your fingertips are resting on your forehead and the palms of your hands are resting on the top of your cheeks. And imagining that heat just gently relaxing the eyebrows, the forehead, the top of the cheekbone. You might even feel that heat extending to the sides, into the temples. And breathing here. And then letting that air out. Feeling the weight of your hands just softly reassuring your face, your forehead. And then gently bringing your hands back together and once again building up a little heat, choosing your speed. Softly taking your hands and this time placing them on the sides of your cheeks. So the heel of your palms are just above your jawbone. Your fingertips are just around your temples. You can even slightly open your mouth and imagining the muscles of your jaw softly relaxing as they feel this heat and this attention. Taking a lovely big breath in, big breath out. And softly taking your hands together again, choosing your speed. You might notice your hands are staying a bit warmer now. Building up that heat, that focus, that attention, and then placing your hands at your heart. You might place one on top of the other and feel that double layer of warmth, of relaxation now flowing into the center of your chest. Maybe even imagining your breath floating in to that area, bringing softness and reassurance. Taking a lovely big breath in and a lovely breath out. Once again, bringing your hands together, choosing your speed, seeing how warm they are, seeing if you can get them just a little bit warmer. And then gently taking those lovely warm hands and placing them on your solar plexus. So that space at the center, at the bottom of your rib cage. Taking a lovely breath in, imagining that breath going into your hands. That warmth, that peacefulness, that relaxation swirling around that area as you exhale. Gently bringing your hands back together, finding that warmth. Feeling the heat, tuning into that sensation, and then gently bringing your hands down to below your belly button. You can either place one hand on top of the other or place your left hand on your left side and your right hand on your right side, just above your hips, cradling the lower part of your abdomen. Feeling that heat, imagining everything around that area softly relaxing. Imagine breathing all the way down and into your hands, feeling your stomach expand with air. And then exhaling all that air out. Let your left hand melt down beside you, either onto the bed or onto the floor. Keep your right hand just above your right hip. And we're going to start to take that hand around in a circle, bringing your hand up towards your lower right rib cage, just below it, across to the left and down. And seeing how it feels to find this circular movement from the right to the left and then back around. Finding the circle that feels the nicest, the most comfortable, the most reassuring. And gently letting your hand rest beside you. And closing your eyes if they aren't already. Becoming aware of 5 things that you can feel. Might be what you're laying on. Might be your clothing, the hair on your head. Might be one part of the body resting on another. Might be the air. But counting 5 things that you can feel, noticing how they feel. Then becoming aware of 4 things that you can hear. And it's okay if there aren't 4 things. The process of listening is what calms our nervous system. So becoming aware of any sounds in your environment, or the sound of my voice, or the sound of your breath. And just seeing if you can count 4 different sounds. And softly opening your eyes and just looking for 3 different textures, or 3 different colors. Keeping your gaze soft, just noticing. And when you've found them, softly reclosing your eyes. Becoming aware of 2 things that you can smell. And again, if there aren't 2 things, just knowing that it is this tuning into our senses, which is so deeply reassuring for our body. It is the curiosity, the exploration, not how many we find. And then becoming aware of 1 thing that you can taste. And keeping your eyes closed. Becoming aware of the space above your head. That space that's outside of your body, but you would know if someone came into that space or something. And then becoming aware of the space below your feet. And again, it's just beyond your body, but you'd know if someone was in that space. And then becoming aware of the space above your heart, above your arms, above your face, above your stomach, above your thighs, above your toes, space behind your back, behind your hips. So we're almost building up in our mind's eye a bubble of space that we can sense into, that really we claim as our space. And you might give that bubble a color, or you might imagine it as a light, a white light. So we're completely bathed in this calm, beautiful, peaceful light, fully surrounded, able to rest into it, imagining this sense of calm around the feet and the ankles, imagining it behind the calves in front of the shins, surrounding the knees, wrapping itself around the thighs, through the hips, all along from the base of the spine, all the way up to the base of the head, wrapping around your abdomen, your chest, across the front of your shoulders, the top, the back, down your right arm and your left arm. This peacefulness, this calm, this loveliness around your fingers, around your neck, your throat, your chin, your eyebrows, your temples, your head. And then breathing here as if you're breathing for this whole bubble, this whole place of light. So we're breathing for a space that's bigger than our body. And then letting all that air out. Gently and softly breathing in, feeling that expanse. And then gently letting it go. Breathing in when you hear the chime. Breathing out when you hear it again. And then letting your breath do whatever it wants here. Might breathe out through the mouth, you might yawn or sigh. And then gently coming back to focusing on the breath. We're going to breathe in for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4, and pause. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, and pause. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, and pause. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, and pause. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, and just letting your breath do whatever it wants. You might find that it's just getting a little deeper by itself. We're going to keep that count of 4, and this time we're going to breathe in for 4, pause for 4, exhale for 4, pause for 4 again, and inhale for 4. So letting all your air out. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Pausing 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 2, 3, 4. Pausing 2, 3, 4. Inhaling 2, 3, 4. Pausing 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 2, 3, 4. Pausing 2, 3, 4. Inhaling 2, 3, 4. Pausing 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 2, 3, 4. pausing, 2, 3, 4, inhaling, 2, 3, 4, pausing, 2, 3, 4, exhaling, 2, 3, 4, and then letting your breath do whatever it likes. Imagining the sense of comfort and connection flowing easily through your body. And as we've connected with our 5 senses, sometimes it gives us access to that 6th sense. That knowing that's underneath, deep inside us. As the body changes, like the weather, there is a core, there is a center. Where that knowing sits. Gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You might stretch your arms up towards the ceiling or overhead. You might take a really big breath in. You might yawn it out. You might do a little circle stretch here with your arms, with your wrists, with your ankles. You might bring your knees up towards you. You might roll over onto your side. And spending a moment there before coming up to a comfortable seat. Taking your hands and resting them at your heart center or in your stomach, seeing which one you like best. Tapping in to that sense of you. That calm underneath it all. Have a lovely rest of the day.